Now I warn you, what you're about to see is a magical world. So beware, because you might just be amazed, dazzled, I don't know, stunned. This is my creative world, which also means you could be very disappointed. Yeah, but yeah, this is my creative world where I recently opened it and I build things when I feel like it. Not much going on yet. I have connected all of the buildings with paths, so it looks much better. But oh yeah, I'll give you a tour. And you know what that is? Well, that will be at the end. First we're gonna start on the first build here, which is Bob's house. Now, I actually built it from a picture, and it was from this kind of angle, so it was hard to capture the back and the left side, but I think I got the front and the right side covered. The door was half open, and there was a bunch of yellow light coming out. So if you just stand in the right position, it works. It's basically a really small house. I haven't done any interior because there is no interior to do. Even the doorway, there's even yellow light coming from the doorway. I did do a bit of outside, but that doesn't really do anything. And yeah, this is it. The back is just boring because, well, I didn't know what to do, but I like this. And this was the first build, Bob's house. Then the next on the road, this is the second build, and wow, it's nearly in perfect order. But this is the second build, a khaki tent. Now, I actually looked up just in case to see if there's any tribes called khaki, and I haven't found any. But yeah, I made up my own tribe, which is what I was hoping for. But apparently khaki is also a color. It's like the color of right the dark edges around the, like here, this dark part of the path block. And yeah, that's basically the khaki color. It's sort of like brownish orange, like nearly like the sign. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not the dark part, but yeah, basically those uniforms that they wear. It's similar to the wooden color. It's similar to the color of the uniforms soldiers wear. Those yellow brownish uniforms. Yeah, that's khaki color. So, and it really matches it because I actually came up with the name after I built this. So, I got lucky, and I won't be needing lanterns. So first, I'll let you show the outside. The outside is not much, and I think I went over the top with the top. That's supposed to be a tent, so maybe I should have flattened it around this level and not kept going. Wow, I could have kept going and added one more, but no. So I actually built this after watching a video that inspired me. The video was all about building with buttons, signs, and trapdoors, which is quite difficult for beginners. Because it's inspired me so much that I just hopped on to this, admired that, and went on to build that. And I think I went overboard with the buttons, trapdoors, and the signs. But at the time, I was blinded, and I thought I was doing a good job. Now I admire it less. But still, it has its good moments. So now we should go in. There's carpets all around the floor in a pattern, beds all around the floor, anvil. Now this is the decoration, which was much easier. And again, I think I went overboard with the trapdoors because now there is a bunch here. And I could have See, trapdoors are covering the fence that goes up. And I could have went even more overboard and covered the fences here. So I lit up the area because otherwise mob would spawn, and back then when I built this, mobs would spawn all the time, and I just couldn't bother changing the game rule. Yeah, I don't know why. So yeah, it's a big tent for a tribe of about 4 people. I don't know if that counts as a tribe, but like it's like one of the many tents the tribe has. Let's just say, yeah, I don't even know yet. The next thing, I was bored of building high detail. I wanted to create some kind of a game, which leads to this. Now, I'm not going to show you this, okay? Because that is for the end. Actually, no, maybe I should show it now. It's not that good, but this actually came before that. And then I actually built this after watching another inspiring video of blending things, but I didn't do that very well. Or here, but now I got the hang of it. I just can't be bothered to change the builds I've already built. Yeah, I've added some plants, some of that, some water. It's not much. It's supposed to be a chamber. It's supposed to be mysterious, and it is supposed to be small. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole idea. Next, I got tired of doing all that. So I just wanted to do a simple fun game which leads to the parkour. So the reason I didn't put a sign here is because it's mysterious, and so no man ever goes in there, well, except for me. So that's why the people who live here, which is Bob and Blop, or Bop, I forgot the name. That's it. Well, they don't want to go in there. That scares them. So here we got the parkour, and yes, I've done it many times, and it's actually pretty fun. Although obviously there are better parkours. They're better parkours, but this is what I did. I took about 5-10 minutes. Just built a parkour because I wanted some game. And I didn't have much time to create a proper game, you know, like those big games with all the redstone. 1, because I don't know much redstone, and 2, because I've never really done that before. So I just went with the basic parkour. Could have added like those. Now the idea of the parkour, it's kind of spiraling up. So if you see me complete it, you'll understand. This is the hardest jump in the parkour, and I completed it. Gotta really be careful. There we go. This is the highest. Now it spirals up. You start here. You go here, here. I could have added glass and ladders, but I'm not that good at parkour, and I wanted to make sure the parkour was fit for me. So I didn't add all those things that make the parkour much more difficult. Well, in my level. And also, I wanted to stay on stone bricks. I didn't want to move on to different materials because otherwise it would look like a big mess. And I don't want that. The next thing, actually, we're skipping that. Well, it's not much, but it's this, actually. Now, yeah, this is Bob's house. Now, there is more interior than there was in Bob's house, but Bob's house, I think it's like small and humble. It's smaller than that. I just made it in a short amount of time. Basically, yeah, I used this leaves and mushroom. I didn't do any interior because I don't really do that very often. I only did it for the khaki house and that chamber thing. But for that I didn't do, and for this, well, I mean, for that I couldn't do because there wasn't much space. But yeah, this is Bob's house. There's not much. Just looks that the touch of green really makes it feel better. And it's actually not a bad house. If only it was slightly bigger, then I would actually want to live in it. Now this is a plot reserved for water fountain, just so I remember what I was planning to do here, because you see, it's like sort of like a roundabout. So I want to make sure I remember. And yeah, here we got horse stables, which I made next. Yeah, we got 3 different horses, and we got trapdoors here and here, so they have shade on this side, and here they don't. And it's always day, so yeah. So yeah, these are the horse stables, and it's really nothing much. I just wanted to build it. I don't know why, I don't know when, I don't know how, I just wanted to. But these two actually did it today. Today, I mean on the time I recorded this. And first actually, I did the inside of that, then I did that, all of it, and then I did the outside of that. So first I'll show you this, since this is the warehouse and factory, or just warehouse. Big doors. Took me some time to get the hang of it, because I've never really done this before. And yeah. Then we got basically 3 farms, which is why it's also a factory. We got this lava farm, which might overflow because I do not empty it. We got this clay farm, which the clay, yeah, it's clay's already, but still keeping it. And we got the Dripstone farm, which I actually don't have any. What? How come the dripstones don't fall down and then get break, and then break, and then go in the... Hang on, I think I know what's going on here. Did I get the hoppers right? Yes, I did. Okay, that is strange. I don't know why it's not working, but it's supposed to work. Then obviously I put some chains for off limits, and yeah. Now this is not one of my proudest builds. I actually found this build pretty hard because I built the farms first, which I don't know was a good move or a bad move. Now there's too much of only 2 blocks. Maybe I should have added more texture. And then there's a lot, maybe even too much yellow. But I don't know if the blue matches with the color palette I have. Probably not. It doesn't look right. But also, if I would have chosen a different color, it probably would have looked even worse. I did some testing, and this is the roof. Obviously, the clay farm is the tallest, and it is very unsymmetrical. You could see it's not in the middle. If only I extended this 1 block, then it would be in the middle, but it's not. So yeah, I only realized it once I was doing this part. So yeah, and I had to. I mean, I probably could have changed it, but I mean, I built this after I built the farms and that. So yeah, I didn't have much energy and motivation in me after that. Because usually doing 2 builds in this creative world, it's not something I usually do, especially if they're big. Like this I did in 1 day, this I did in 1 day, this I did in 1 day, this I did in... No, these 2 I did together. This I did in 2 days because I started it and then I finished it in really short time. This I did in 1 day. And then these 2 I did in 1 day, which is a record. So now obviously the dripstone, the lava, and the clay, I was about to say slime, go somewhere. Why just making them? So here it is, the dripstone market. Since all the farms require dripstone, then yeah, they would be sold in the Dripstone market. For some reason, Dripstones don't grow. Don't think any of the Dripstones here grew. They're just long because I put it long. So we got 3 different sections. We got this one, and that one. Selling 3 different things because there's 3 farms. And also, let's just take a moment and admire the Dripstone I built. And it looks really cool if you do whatever I just did. It sort of zooms in on you. Well, it does, because you're falling towards it, but in a very cool way. And it took me some time to get the right shape, but it wasn't that as difficult as I expected it to be. So, yeah, this is the Dripstone market. So I'll first take you here. This is the part with the most Dripstone. That's because it's a part that sells the Dripstone. Then we got here, the part where there's Dripstone with lava coming out and lava coming out from here. Because this is the part that sells lava. And then here, it's just a bunch of clay stowed into a side, because what else am I gonna do with clay in this area? So yeah, this is the sells clay. And yeah, I also had this big pile of random blocks, like mud and copper and dripstone itself, more mud, more copper, different types of mud, different types of copper, because they are the blocks. Because they are the blocks that match with dripstone. So I kind of wanted to make like a smaller mountain, like a tiny hill within this big one. Because yeah, why not? It was a bigger empty space. That's not good. This hasn't happened before. Can barrels burn? I mean, it is. It is. It isn't. It isn't touching, so it shouldn't. And why did that burn? Whoops. That is very strange. Well, maybe it is, and maybe I'm just don't understand. Maybe I just don't understand the Minecraft thing. So yeah, I will be updating this world. I will be continuing building here. This is a creative world where I do experiments, which is why these buildings are not what you think. Not what you expected. I think my best is that. Yeah, the smallest buildings here. And the dripstone. I love the dripstone. And this is okay, but one colors. And also, next time I should count and make sure if it's symmetric or not, because that really bothers me. But that's it for this update. I will be updating from time to time this place, and I will be recording videos about this. And also, please tell me what to do, because sometimes I just come in and think, what am I gonna build today? And I don't have any ideas. I don't have any ideas that I just leave the game like that. Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. This is December 31st. Bye, everybody. And I will see you in the next video. I think.